Hey YouTube, back again. As you saw in the time-lapse video before this, essentially I've got this plate welded in. I still got to cut the hole, but I've got it marked out. I'm going to cut that with the plasma cutter before I fill in this top gap. I don't know how well it showed up in the time-lapse video, but I smoothed this out, this cut here. I ground it down so that it is level with this surface. It's actually just a tad bit lower, and so it'll give me a good corner joint to weld on. I marked out a little bit of a little template so that I can fill in this gap right here, and then this whole top section here will be smooth, flat. Okay, you're not going to have any overlap or anything like that. It'll lay perfectly flat. I'm contemplating something. The crossover, or the cross member that I was working on in the time-lapse video stops at this point right here where this little cut mark is. Okay. Originally, you can see here the frame had that indent. I'm contemplating just putting that back in there, just because. We'll have to see. It doesn't need to be there. I was looking at the fitment of this for the snowplow, and nothing attaches to the inside of the frame. Okay, the only thing that this needs to be squared up for is just the bolt that's going to run through that hole. Okay, but the original frame dipped down like this, and I might try to replicate it. If I do, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to fill in the gap on this section between here and here the way it's supposed to be, have this all perfectly squared up, and then I'm going to take the plasma cutter and cut down right about here, basically the same distance as this from here to that weld bead right there. Okay, I'm going to do that here if I choose to do it. And then this will all be supported, and I'll just basically beat the hell out of it with a hammer and bring it into this point here, and then just weld it, and won't put any filler into this section at all. We'll see. That's not necessarily a problem to do. However, I just want to make sure that it might actually be easier, because this section here is to go from here to here is not that big of a deal, but this wavy piece to match it just right might be a bigger deal than I want to deal with. Banging this piece into here and filling that gap by pushing it in will allow me to keep that original factory indent and not have to put a filler in there. So we'll see. I'll think about that. I'm going to stop for tonight and think about if I want to do that or not, and just take a break and really take a good look at this and figure out if that's the direction I want to go. One of the other reasons why is this side over here is going to be perfectly flat front to back. So if I do that on this side, making this side perfectly flat as well might be in my best interest for visual aesthetics, but it's a frame. These things are, when you look down the line, they're wavy and whatever. They're not pretty. So I don't know. We'll see. I put this plate in here and just tacked it in here because I removed this temporary cross member that I had put in here so that I can slide in the original cross member and make working on that a lot easier. There's a lot of straightening that has to be done on that cross member. Let me show you real quick. There's still a lot of work to be done on this. There was a big dent here, not a dent, it looked like somebody put a tow hook here and stretched the metal up. So I was just beating that back down into place. These sections here were lifted up when I removed it, so I brought those back down into place. Same thing with where the rivet goes. Those were bent up, so I had to bend those back down. I still need to clean that mess up and fix all that. And Same thing with that, and fix all that. And then I've got essentially I'm going to strip this whole thing down with a wire brush or a wire wheel attachment on my angle grinder, inside and out. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I'm going to paint this frame, and it'll be easier for me to clean this out right now and deal with it now than it will be to do it when it's all welded up and attached on there. The other reason too is obviously I need to clean I need to clean the metal area or the weld areas as good as possible before I put it back on. So there'll be a lot of work done to this tomorrow as far as just cleanup is concerned. And yeah, we'll get this other plate put in here and wrap this front end up tomorrow completely. I've still got to look at this front end. Something's wrong with the leaf spring alignment. I don't believe it's the frame. I believe it's whoever put this together. I don't think they did it properly. So I got to look at that before I completely wrap up the front end. But I should be done with it tomorrow in the front. Then I won't have anything else to do as far as the frame repair is concerned that I can see, except for these two rear sections. And then just a lot of cleaning. Oh, this cross member needs to be repaired over here too. I forgot about that. So, and then, like I said, a lot of cleaning. If I find any areas like, let me show you for instance. Might be kind of hard to see because it's on the, it's not very good light over here. You can kind of see where this area right here is shiny. There was a hole there, a rust hole. The metal was really thin. So what I did is I filled this in. I took the weld and made a big plug, basically much larger than the hole, but because it was thin metal, I'm trying to build up the metal. Once I did that on the outside, I went to the inside and built up the inside as well, then came out here to the outside and ground it smooth. So now there's a substantial amount of meat on the inside where this was really thin. So if I find any more areas like that, I'm going to have to address them. Probably won't do it this way, just because the only reason I did it this way was because there's stuff that clamps to the outside of the frame, and because I had the inside panel cut off. So I do notice one body mount that's probably going to need some attention. Not probably, it is going to. Just got a lot of rot here. So I'm going to either rebuild this mount or plate it up, so patch it up so that this thing is nice and solid again. I don't see any others that are in that condition, so I think this will be the only one that I have to address. That's pretty much it. A lot of cleaning. These patch panels on this side should be a piece of cake unless the leaf spring hangers are messed up. If the leaf spring hangers are messed up, then there's going to be a lot more time spent in this rear section. But I think they're okay. So anyway, that's it for now. Again, subscribe, comment, like, and I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, check out alvarezmetalworks.com. Check out my Facebook page. That's the link for that is either on my website or my YouTube channel homepage. Go like that page, please. That would be awesome. Share it with your friends. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.